All right, everybody, ready to dive into some seriously smart travel planning?
Let's do it. I love geeking out about this stuff.
Me too. And lucky for us, we've got a really solid guide from freshacademy.bg to unpack today. It's all about planning a trip that doesn't feel like, a chore.
Oh, I hear that. Planning should be part of the fun, not a source of stress.
Exactly. So this guide jumps right in talking about picking your destination. Kind of obvious, right? But they have a good point about it.
Going deeper than just the broad strokes.
Yes, like instead of, I want to lay on a beach, asking yourself, what kind of beach experience am I craving?
Exactly. Are we talking secluded white sand, turquoise water, or maybe something with a bit more energy? I think beach bars, volleyball, that kind of vibe.
Totally changes your options, right?
Yeah.
Like beach in Thailand versus, say, beach in Spain.
Yeah.
Two totally different trips.
Night and day. And that's where that good old research comes in, which the guide talks about. Figuring out what your ideal version of that destination looks like.
Love that. Okay, so we've got our dream spot in mind. Now the slightly less glamorous part, making it fit the budget.
The dreaded B word, though this guide actually breaks it down nicely.
They do. It's not just about flights and hotels, which, don't get me wrong, those are biggies, but then they factor in.
Food, which, let's be honest, is a huge part of the travel experience for a lot of us.
It's true. And activities, because what's the point of going somewhere amazing if you can't actually, do anything?
Right. And I love that they emphasize having an emergency fund, too. Because, let's be real, unexpected stuff happens, especially when you're traveling.
Murphy's Law on vacation is unfortunately a thing.
It's the worst, so better to be prepared.
Totally agree. Now, one thing I found super interesting to talk about, cost of fun, which I'd never really considered before.
Oh, it's huge EE. You might snag crazy cheap flights to, say, Norway,
Wow.
but then you get there and realize a simple coffee and pastry will set you back like 20 bucks.
Ouch. So it's about looking at the bigger picture, not just the initial flight or hotel deal.
Exactly. All right, speaking of deals, let's talk booking strategy.
Yes. Because who doesn't love a good travel hack?
Right. The guide talks about booking in advance, which generally holds true, but
But tell us more.
flexibility is where it's at. Being open to flying midweek, like a Tuesday or Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you often find those rock bottom fares.
Midweek flights, got it. Noted. Okay, now what about accommodation? Hotels, hostels, Airbnbs. So many choices.
Overwhelming? Right. This guide's advice is solid. Compare prices, obviously, but also consider the location carefully.
Oh, that's so key. Like, a bargain hotel might seem great until you realize it's an hour bus ride from everything you want to see.
Exactly. Suddenly you're spending more on transport and wasting precious vacation time just getting around.
Okay, so we've chosen our destination, we've got our budget figured out, we're booking smart. What's next?
The guide talks about something so many people forget. How are you actually getting from the airport to your hotel?
Oh my gosh, yes. I've definitely been there, landing in a new place, exhausted, and suddenly it hits you. Wait, how do I even get to where I'm going?
The worst feeling. That's why they recommend pre-booking airport transfers.
Smart. Whether it's a taxi, a shuttle, whatever works for your budget and destination, having that peace of mind is priceless.
Absolutely. Now let's talk activities. Do we schedule every minute? Do we leave room for spontaneity?
What does the guide recommend?
They suggest a balanced approach. Like, for sure, if there's something you absolutely know you want to do, especially if it involves tickets or limited capacity,
Book it in advance.
100%. But also, leave some space for just wandering around, stumbling upon cool local spots.
Because sometimes the best travel memories are the unplanned ones.
Totally. And this might even tie into the previous point, researching local events happening during your trip. You might discover a hidden gem or a festival you never knew about.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, we are on a roll here. Destination, budget, bookings, activities. That leaves us with the ever-so-fun task of packing.
Ugh, right. Though the guide's packing list is pretty comprehensive. Very practical and helpful.
But there's always room for a few extra tips, right?
Always. My biggest advice, pack light. Seriously, you can always do laundry, but lugging a giant suitcase around is the worst.
Preach. And I feel like it's so tempting to overpack, especially if you're headed somewhere new. But honestly, less is more.
100%.
Well, there you have it, folks. We've covered a ton of ground today, all thanks to this awesome guide from freshacademy.bg.
We've talked about everything from choosing the right destination to smart booking hacks, and of course, the importance of leaving room for adventure.
Because ultimately, that's what travel is all about, right?
Exactly. Creating those unforgettable memories.
And on that note, we'll leave you to start planning your next incredible trip. Until next time.